Hello and welcome to World in 5. The disintegration of Zimbabwe's opposition has been attributed to numerous factors. Some analysts now even declare the situation is beyond redemption. In a recent episode of ZTN Prime's current affairs program, The Chase, we explored the events in the opposition.
Former MDC chairperson Morgan Komichi has been a busy man lately. After leaving the MDC led by Douglas Monzora in 2020, he formed UMDC, a splinter group of the MDC. He went into an alliance with Robert Chapman of DUZ before dumping it. Now he claims to be the Movement for Democratic Change interim president. To him, he is merely looking for a political home which values democracy.
The first leader who took over was Nelson. He did not respect the party constitution and he was challenged and he formed CCC. Douglas Monzora took over as well. He did the same thing. Today he's been challenged by the courts. So the two leaders that have taken over have not respected the party constitution, have not respected the people, and in so doing it causes chaos within the party itself.
But Komichi's former teammates in Monzora's camp accuse him of being a trickster. They accuse Komichi of presiding over what he now describes as the 2022 bogus Congress, whose outcomes were successfully contested at the High Court.
Again, he is the same guy who chaired a national council, a bogus one, and I'm saying bogus and I can back it up. It included members who were not part of MDC like Tendai BT, like a Welshman Nube. He presided over it. And they ratified to say Nelson is now the president of the MDC. Now he turns around and starts blaming Nelson. How's that? He's the one who chaired. This is how confused this gentleman is, and he cannot deny it. He's been a member of DUZ. How do you become a member of any other political party and then go back to your original party? That's called confusion.
Slain Bulawayo police detective Cassandra Hove has left behind 4 children, including a 2-year-old. She was a member of the popular Bulawayo CID all-female squad Lozike, which has cracked on high-profile cases. Hove's death sent social media spaces into a frenzy, with some suggesting that she foretold her death. This was after a screenshot was shared of a post imagining her encounter with angels on Judgment Day. Meanwhile, police have reaffirmed their commitment to combating armed robbery and violent crime, describing Hove's death as tragic and unfortunate.
And as they were trekking, there was a shootout, and during the ensuing shootout, Detective Constable Cassandra Hove was unfortunately shot, and she later passed on admission at a local medical facility. And we want to assure the public that the fight against armed robbery cases in the country will continue. The police will not be deterred in the fight against armed robbery cases or violent cases in the country. And we want the public to give us information on the movement of armed robbery suspects. And we also want to take this opportunity to inform Zimbabweans that the Commissioner General of Police, Commissioner General Stephen Mutamba, has extended his condolences to the Hove family, and has ordered comprehensive investigations to be conducted in connection with this said incident.
The Zimbabwean Wildlife Authority is investigating a suspected case of lion poaching after a carcass of a lion was discovered in one of the country's major wildlife sanctuaries in Victoria Falls. The lion was found with its flesh removed, head and claws missing. The big cat was discovered by a team of Victoria Falls Wildlife Trust who were tracking a collared animal and encountered a stationary signal. Upon further investigation, the team discovered the poached lion and an adult male, which was caught by a snare but alive. Zimpark spokesperson Tinashe Farao said authorities are worried over the increasing number of lion poaching cases in the country. The recent case comes after 3 lion carcasses were discovered at Hwange National Park.
We can confirm that there are 2 lions which were poached in Victoria Falls over the last 2 days. They were snared. In one of the lions which was snared was skinned. They removed everything from the lion, but unfortunately the other lion was still alive. So we managed to treat it and release it in the wild. So we are currently working closely with the Zimbabwe Public Police and all other conservation partners that we are working with to make sure that we are investigating the matter.
The ongoing tariff dispute with the United States has exerted pressure on Canada's supply chains, although some in the country's aluminium packaging industry see the trade conflict as a potential catalyst for boosting domestic investment and reducing reliance on imports. Eric Vachon, the president of Ideal Canada, a food can manufacturing based in Quebec, started his company in 2002 importing cans from overseas. But in 2019, just before the COVID-19 pandemic, he took the step of setting up his own production line. He was struck by how food processors had to throw food away following delays in deliveries of aluminium cans.
When the COVID arrived, we have the line ready to process. I remember the border is very difficult for traveling. You don't receive the can from USA or another country. You don't have any choice to put on the garbage. The pressure is increased because everybody afraid about tariff or instability or the border closed. We're supposed to invest on the long process. We buy now. So for example, now we have 3 lines and we buy 4 more lines. For us, is opportunity to grow faster.
That was all we had for Old in 5. Have a good afternoon.